we got to bring this up about every 6 months here. Where do you sit on the Austin Dillon to drive the number 3 car in Cup next year debate?
I think NASCAR needs the number 3 car in the series, in the Sprint Cup series. It's been running. They've run it in the Nationwide Series now for 2 years. Car looks good on the track. It belongs on the racetrack with the big boys, with the big series. Austin Dillon, I have no problem. He's done a good job in Nationwide Series. He's won some races. He runs up front. He's got great equipment in Nationwide, but he's not a Cup regular, and he's been a contender in that series. Won the Truck Championship, I think. So he's one of the young guys coming up that I don't know if he's a future champion or not, but I think he'll do a good job in that 3 car. So I have no problem with it. I know there are going to be some Earnhardt people out there who just they want it enshrined somewhere, and I'm okay with their feeling that way, but I think they're wrong.
This all comes down to not Austin Dillon, but it comes down to Eric Almirola. If Eric Almirola can drive around in a car with the number 43 on the side of it,
that's true.
Then this was a too long time coming. I never thought that they should have put this number 3 car in mothballs. They never should have enshrined it into a semi-retirement. Dale Earnhardt Sr. was terrific for the sport of NASCAR. Possibly no one ever had a bigger impact with fans in the modern era than Dale Earnhardt. And he died in that race car. But there was no reason that number 3 should have been buried along with him. I think this is a long time coming, and I am glad that they're going to bring it back. And like you, I think just having that number 3 on the racetrack is going to make people feel better. It works out well that it's one of Childress's, kin, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And I
would think if anybody would have a problem with the 3 being on the track, it would be Richard Childress. I mean, honestly.
Right. And Childress drove that car before.
If Childress said he didn't want it on the track, or if Dale Jr. said he didn't want it on the track, I'm okay with that. Whatever. But I think NASCAR, you're talking about credibility and NASCAR's appeal to their loyal fans and all that stuff. How many 6 or 7 years ago, we could talk about half a dozen to maybe more what we called branded numbers on the racetrack. There's like none anymore.
Right. It doesn't exist anymore.
The 43 kind of still does, but the 24, is Jeff Gordon's 24 a brand anymore? Almost not, really. Since they took
Alta or whatever
since they took DuPont off, I don't think so. I mean, the 4 used to be one. The 4 is coming back to Tony Stewart Racing, but it's not going to have Kodak on it. The 6 is,
doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist. So, I think that they need to try to have some recognizable cars, and that would be one.
Yep.
Then they need to look for 2.
Yeah,
exactly. They did have the Napa car for a while.
It was a little short-lived, I think.
All right. Turn 3.